Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. Just got back from the transmission shop. I've had it a month. He said he lost my phone number. So I don't know, he's had it done in the last couple of weeks. It's filthy. I just drove it on the trailer. I didn't test drive it. He said it was the seal for the something drum, input drum or something. So I don't know. This, the seal blows out. I don't know if it'll blow out again. And apparently did it within 50 miles. So fixing to wash it, drive it into town. I need to get some gas jugs for gas, and we'll get rolling here in a little bit. Last episode we did the El Camino buckets and new carpet bucket seats. If you haven't seen that, you can go watch that. There's the old seat there. She's shot, but yeah, she looks good. Okay, so let me go into town, test out the transmission, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I drove her into town, get some gas and some jugs. Seems to be okay. But when I took it off the trailer, there's a pool of transmission fluid on my trailer. So I got it out here and looked underneath, and he had the transmission plug and the transmission pan, about one thread was on there. So friggin' loose. Let's tighten that up. Seemed to stop the leak. So I don't know. And then of course it was low on fluid, because he had test driven it and everything, so it's about quart low. So I filled that up. Okay, so on with this video. Okay, this video is gonna probably be short. It's gonna be on this Mercedes here. 1977 Mercedes Benz 280 SLC. I'll make sure that is a... They got so many numbers and letters. There we go, 280 SLC. Okay. I bought this around 5 years ago. It come up on, what was the other one? Offer Up and Let It Go or something. And then it merged. And I think on an old phone there, I never put it on my app. I haven't had Offer Up on my app on my phone for years. I should probably put it on there, but it ended up being... Anyway, this was about 20 miles away in Denison, Texas. The guy had it up for 300 bucks, and I was the early bird. Early bird gets the worm. So all he had it. It was, I picked it up at a European sports car, European repair place or something. But I didn't talk to the people there. I met the owner of the car there, and all he thought was that it had bad gas in the gas tank. Gas tank needed to be taken out and cleaned. What the shop did or told him, I don't know. But it looks like a new fuel pump under there. There's so much weeds. We'll get under here in a little while and I'll show you. The fuel pump's actually sitting kind of low, and they're supposed to have a plastic cover or something on it, and it's missing. And it's got about 20 friggin' lines to it. So I was gonna take it out, and I thought, man, this is just way too... I had all these old hoses on there, and I knew all the hoses were gonna be brittle and break if I tried to take them off. And anyway, I said, screw that. So the car would start right up. Starts right up and idles, but you go to give it gas and it just bogs down and dies. Has a very, very bad hesitation. Okay, it's the straight six fuel injection. Maybe it wasn't 5 years ago. I remember I parked it here about two and a half years ago. right before I started YouTube. So I run it till it ran out of gas. Then I put like 10 gallons, almost a full tank of gas in there, and let it run. It'll idle all day long, won't overheat, no nothing. And then let it run for like half a tank. This is a fuel filter here. That's the air cleaner. I had all that stuff off. This was new, I think, at the time. And then the fuel pump and stuff underneath. I think there's another fuel pump or filter. That was all new. I took this off, took this stuff off, cleaned everything out, sprayed it with cleaner, stuff like that. Everything I could really think of. And it seems like if it runs for like an hour, the hesitation ain't real bad on it. When you first start it up, you can't, it'll idle, but you can't give it gas. It'll just die. So after an hour or something of running, a little bit of a hesitation, and you could drive it. So I drove it around my property here a couple of times, and actually, you know, it's all bumpy and everything. It actually drove real smooth. Now it's only got 87,000 original miles on it. So clear title, 300 bucks. So had pretty good tires on it. So we'll go over it. So I put it up for 5,000, or best offer or trade, something like stuff like that. I think I had 3 offers of 3,000 for it, and I turned them down. I said no, I'll take maybe 35, and I didn't even want to sell for 35. Now here's the book value on it I wrote down a little while ago. I can't remember if it's Kelly Blue Book or NADA. Okay, low value 13,550, average 24,200, high 33,100. So this car's worth a lot of money. Now I think this is probably the worst. It's been repainted and it's not a bad paint job, but they painted over the rubber for the sunroof, and sunroof seal, and it's all deteriorated. That looks kind of crappy. Okay, and it's got these rust spots just random everywhere. One there, one on the hood over there. We'll go around it. Some bubbles there. Rust spot here. Rust spot there, there. A little one there. I don't think that's rust. I think that's the paint peeling right there. Seeing the original green underneath. Now it's got, you had told me it's got a rust. Let me get in here. The weeds out of the way. There's a rust hole right here. See my finger right in here. Right underneath there. I think water collected down here and put a rust hole there, which ain't that bad to fix, but then you got to figure out where the water's coming from. Could be just like the El Camino, could come in here and go down and everything. Okay, so yeah, this spot here. Now when I come back from Hot Rod Power Tour, this hood from the 78 Aspen, or Aspen RT over there, it was on that car. For some reason the hood was way over here, and it hit a few things on the way. I don't know what, but it's caved in here, and it was laying right here. So I think it hit right here, and I used my palm and popped it out. You can feel just a little bit of a dent there, but there's a big old scratch. So that kind of sucks. Okay, so that's the body stuff. And see, it needs a little bit of everything. It's had some rats in it, not from my place because I got too many cats. Rats are deterioration, this carpet stuff. Little bits of that. Door panels, not too bad, need to be cleaned up. This seat here is bad right here. Some spots there. Okay. This is something goes underneath the dash. The back seat, just the top of it, and the top of the package tray, all beat from the sun. Okay, that's not too bad. Got some little cracks. The console, this plastic stuff. See, I think that's rat shit or something. Got some cracks in the dash, but they had this dash cover on there. I'll have to go through all this. Uh-oh. Stereo come on. I just put the charger on, so it's probably not going to start. Now, it hadn't been started in about 2.5 years. I don't know why the stereo's on. I don't think it was on before. Well, you can try it. There's the odometer, 87,979. Plenty of buzzers. Oh, it's just cranking. I just put about 2 gallons of good gas in there. The gas gauge. And there's the fan. Blower motor. That just comes on randomly. Well, when you have it, I don't know. There she goes. Not bad after 2.5 years. So you can't give it no gas, it'll just die. But if it hadn't been sitting for 2.5 years, it starts right up and just idles. But right now, it's going to take a few cranks to. I forget. I forget how to turn that blower motor off. I don't even know if you guys can hear it with this blower motor. Anyway, guys, I'll probably have to do that a bunch of times, and it'll end up idling, and we'll get it over on the slab in front of the shop. I think that's all. The headliner looks okay. You know, it's not bad. It's got a lot of good points, but it just needs a little bit of everything. A little bit of interior, a little bit of paint body, and if that book value is worth a crap, yeah, this is worth fixing. The tires on it all had really good tread, looked like brand new tires on it. Okay, so what's causing the hesitation? We don't know. We don't know. Oh, there is something right there. Unless that's a recent thing. Because I know I checked all vacuum lines, everything on this thing. Everything's kind of deteriorated, but so anyway, yeah, I mentioned a while back, I mentioned Monkey Wrench Mike. He has one like this, an older one, that Janus, and I don't know, is this the fuel injector pump or something? Because I was watching him for a while when he worked on that one, because I thought, well, maybe he'll find out the problem. Man, he spent months, hours and hours and hours on his, taking all this stuff apart, cleaning it. Anyway, he could never figure it out. I don't know if it's running now, but I think it ran and blew up or so, I don't know. But anyway, all I know, it was getting gas. It's just, so what am I going to do with it right now? I think what I'm going to do is we're going to get her over here, let her run for a long time. We'll drive around the yard, and then we're going to at least wash all this crap off here. Go over it again. I don't know if I have a list of all the stuff that I found out about it. But anyway, yeah, see all this caked on. I think I'm just going to wash it up real good, vacuum it out, and put it up for sale. And see what happens. Maybe because it's been a couple of years now. There's a little rust spot there. So there'll be a whole bunch of new people looking at it, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'll get her running, unhook the battery charger, get her over here, and we'll start up the El Camino and put the El Camino right here. And then we're gonna get back to the El Camino probably next video, because I can't do anything with this. I'm not gonna take the whole fuel system apart and try to fix it. There's no way. Okay, well, I'll be back. Okay guys, there it is. I sprayed down all this linkage, very convoluted. Gas pedal comes out to here. All this linkage here, here. Then it goes across there. I think that's for the transmission. This thing here has a little ball in it. It's a little ball. So I don't know if that's factory or what, but it doesn't seem to be drawing any vacuum. And then I pulled this off. This big old, see, that's where it dies. Look at that big old plunger thing. I don't know what all that noise is. Anyway, and I think this is the air cleaner here. Okay, I got the charger off of it, so. Let me turn it off for a minute. Get her started back up. So this is a trunk. It's a little luggage rack thing here for the back. Little Mercedes stuff. Extra fan belts. Not exactly sure what all this stuff is. That might have been, that looks like a fuel injector pump or something. I don't know if we can see that fuel pump. hanging down? No. Okay. Let me put that air cleaner back on and get her started again. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. I think this is for the blower motor, but I don't know how. It seems to rev, but it push the gas pedal about halfway, then it'll kind of catch. I wonder if it's that linkage that's messing it up. Anyway, let's try to. I bet it's that linkage. Brakes work good. Power steering works good. Just that squeak. Oh, you know, old belt. Yeah, maybe it's that linkage. I sprayed the hell out of it with some looby dooby. You gotta really push it to the floor and then it'll kind of catch. There, now it's going. The sunroof started to open. I was pushing these buttons here. It started to open, then I pushed it the other way and closed it. I don't want the thing to be stuck in the open. This window here had that rolled down. Keep that rolled up. I don't want to try too much stuff out in case it stops working. Yeah, well, it's definitely got old gas in it now. It's reading half a tank, and I only put in like 2 gallons. So it probably had couple of gallons of 2.5-year-old gas in there. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wash it, guys, get all this crap off of it. And I could have sworn you could see that fuel pump hanging down a little bit, but oh, that's it right there. See that? Got a ton of pipes and stuff to it, hoses, and then it's missing the cover. See, there's a pump and a fuel filter. That was new. Then the fuel filter underneath the hood was new. They're gonna die. It just died. You can see the tires, really nice tread on them. Anyway, guys, yeah, all this, it's all crappy from the thing. I'm gonna pressure wash this whole thing up and vacuum the inside. And I'll be back, then we'll take some pictures of it, put it up for sale. Maybe I'll try to clean. I just used the last can of my gum out carb cleaner stuff. I'm gonna air up the tires, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wash years worth of grime off of this, soaping her down. Windshield wiper blades are all messed up. Yeah, I cleaning up under the hood around here stuff, but I'm not gonna completely drench the engine because I'm gonna spray all looby dooby all on that linkage and stuff, because try to get that all freed up. Maybe that was the cause of the hesitation type thing. I don't know. Anyway, I got to go over this a bunch of times. It's a lot of ground in grime on there. You can tell all this. Not just gonna rinse off. Okay, well, let me clean all the rest of it up and I'll be back. Okay, guys, there it is, all cleaned up. Really see the rust spots now, but and then this, I don't know what that's from. Paint's lifting, no rust, but it looks like the paint job lasted a long time, just that they didn't do a very good prep job and probably painted over them rust spots. But the paint itself looks pretty good. It's all peeling here too. Got some rust starting there. Oh, and this is all checkered. Well, anyway, I'm gonna lube up all them linkages and stuff under the engine. See if I can get it running a little bit better. Maybe put a couple more gallons of good gas in there, spray some more carb cleaner stuff down there. But as far as taking anything apart on the engine to clean the injectors, and I'm not going to do any of that. Y'all seen it. It runs and drives, and that's how I'm going to advertise it. Runs and drives, but needs fuel system work. Has rust spots on it. Okay, so I think I'm just going to take some pictures, guys, and put it up. I think I'll put it up for $5 grand. Probably worth a whole lot more than that. $5 grand or trade, and see what I can get. But either way, I'm going to hit a home run with this because I only paid $300 for it. And I haven't spent a penny on it other than putting some new gas in it. I have bought no parts or nothing for this. So anyway, I'll be back. Okay, guys, it's the next day. I listed it last night for $5,000 or trade. I undone this here fuel line, turn the key, and man, it just blows fuel out. And it looks clean. So from here back, which includes 2 filters, fuel pump and stuff I showed you, all that's good. Okay, it just bogs down. It's idling now, but it took a while starting it. This ain't much but an air. I just showed you that. I took all this apart, cleaned it. Cleaned the filter and everything, clamped it up real good. And this is just like an air pump, but I guess it's all one unit. I don't know. Well, this is probably needs to be cleaned up. It's probably that. But anyway, it runs pretty good. I've been cleaning it up. Clean up a little bit. I'm gonna put this this cover there. Goes in here, and this goes to this little light here. I don't know why it was off, but we're gonna connect that up. And but yeah, I cleaned it up best I could, vacuumed it out. I think that's it. So if anybody's interested in it, I think the speakers, or at least that speaker over there, is missing. And I believe these are speakers here, there and there. I don't know why that's sticking out. Anyway, I'm not even gonna mess with that. I'm not gonna mess with anything, really. I like the car, not into foreign cars, but it's kind of a cool looking car. If I kept it, I'd probably paint it black, because the worst color I hate for cars is green. Doesn't matter, light or dark green, I just don't like it. And this is green inside and out. If it was me, I'd probably paint it black, redo the upholstery in black, but then you're taking away from the originality of the original color, and I don't know, you know, how much that's going to take away from the value. But I'm not going to concern myself with that, because I'm not going to keep it. Somebody will want it. Have to go on maybe a national type thing, website or auction site. But for now, it's on Marketplace. If anybody's interested, shoot me an email, put a message. Yeah, as much as these little rust spots from down south here, I can imagine there's probably none of these up north. You know, why does stuff start right in the middle of... But anyway, y'all seen it, does run and drive, just needs to be tinkered with a little bit on this fuel injector pump or whatever it is. And probably wouldn't take much. But it drives so smooth around here, like there's no clunking, banging, scraping, you know. I think the suspension's really nice. I bet you take this on the highway, it'd be nice. So anyway, that's it, guys. Tell me what y'all think. What would you do with it? What do you think it's worth? If it don't sell, it gets parked back there for another couple of years. I don't know. I'm not going to give it away, but... Okay, guys. Well, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And we'll see you next video. I'll probably get back to the El Camino. I got something else to do to the Nomad also. Then we got this IROC. And then I need to put my ad in to buy cars, and we'll see what comes in. I took this one trip to town to get gas. Transmission seems to be okay, but I want to do it probably 3 or 4 times and then hook a trailer to it. I'm almost afraid to hook a trailer to it and tow stuff with it now, because either that or I'd have to fix my AC in my 3/4 ton truck, and I don't know, it all leaked out right away, so can't just put a can of Freon in it and be good. It's got a leak somewhere, probably compressor, who knows. But anyway, I'm gonna get one of them going on the trailer and start picking up. Oh, there it goes, it just died again. And start picking up some more junk cars. A lot of them aren't junk. People think they're junk, but they're not. And I'll do some videos on what comes in. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next video. And thanks everybody for watching.